Hello, my little aNAILYSts. How are you guys doing today? Today is the second part of my natural gel nails tutorial where we're actually going to be forming our extensions. I don't know about you guys, but these are pretty much the most natural gel looking nails I have ever seen. I don't think people will be able to tell that they're not your real nails. So I'm going to be taking you step by step through how to do this. So stay tuned if you want to see how to get these natural looking gel nails. I love you. So today is the video that you guys have been nonstop asking me about and that I did promise I was going to do, and that is the actual gel extension part of my natural gel nail video. So this is what they look like so far, okay? I have done all my other nails except for this one, which I'm going to do with you guys. I have not filed them yet or buffed them or shaped them. This is literally just after putting the gel on, and you can see how natural they look, okay? I'm so excited to show you guys this. So just keep in mind that the nails you're seeing right now have not been shaped, filed, or buffed. I've literally just put the gel on, cured them, and that's it. So I'm going to show you guys all of these steps up until I've done right here on this nail right here. And right now I'm just going to show you guys everything that you're going to need. So first and foremost, your clear gel, whatever type of clear gel that you like. I choose to use hard gel. I use a lot of acetone. You know, I do a lot of swatches and nail design, so I do use a lot of acetone. Soak off gel will soak off with acetone, hard gel will not. With hard gel, you have to soak it off, okay? So I choose to use hard gel. So this is the gel that I use. It's IBD's hard gel, and this can be cured in the UV lamp or LED lamp. My lamp that I have is, I'll show you that in 1 second. It is actually UV and LED. It's both. It's like a hybrid lamp. So this will work, you know, with my lamp, whatever one. I then have the gel that I created with you guys in my last video, which is right here. I'll link that below if you guys want to go check out how to make the free edge color. Okay. Next up, I have my base coat, which is just from Gelish. This is a soak off base coat. I just like it. I feel like it gives me a little bit of structure. I'll show you guys how I use this in a second, okay? I have a dehydrator. This is also from Gelish. This is their pH bond. I have my primer, which is Young Nails Protein Bond. It's acid free. I love this. I have my top coat. This is IBD Intense Seal. This top coat is not a soak off top coat. If you prefer to use soak off products, then you need to tailor this for your liking, okay? This is a non-soak off top coat, and this is also curable in LED or UV lamp. I have my forms. I'm going to be doing square nails today, so these are the forms that I prefer to use when I'm doing square nails. As I do more and more gel videos, you guys will see that I use different forms for different shapes. So yeah, those are my forms. The gel brush that I use is actually a cleanup brush from Twinkle Tea. I bought one of these specifically for my gel. I really like the way that it's shaped. It's flat, like you need in a gel brush, but it's also rounded at the edges, so it really helps me to get into that cuticle area without touching it. I have a file. This is my 180 grit ASP file. I got this at Sally's. This is the buffer that I like to use. It's a Sand Turtles fine buffer. I have my pinching tool. I have my cuticle pusher. And then I also have my drill. And this is a cuticle clean drill bit, which I'm going to show you when we do our prep work. So this is my drill. If you guys have any questions about this, let me know. I also have my ceramic bit. This is a fine smooth top. bit from Todak USA. And then I also use this drill bit. I actually got this one from Born Pretty Store. It was sent to me for review. This is a medium grit flame bit. And I like this because I'm able to get really close to my cuticle. And I'll show you guys how I use these, okay? So I'm gonna get all this stuff out of the way. And the first thing that we're gonna start off with is prep work. Gel nails are not just as simple as putting on the gel and going. You do need to do some prep work, okay? So first thing you wanna do is take your buffer, okay? And you want to buff the nail. Just a little bit, okay? Don't do too much. Some people do this with a file. I prefer to use a buffer. Oh, and guys, you're also gonna need lint-free wipes and alcohol. Okay, this is just 91% isopropyl alcohol, and you're also gonna need some type of lint-free wipe. But I will show you guys later when you would use that. So I just buffed my nail. Now the next thing that I'm gonna do, is I'm gonna take my cuticle pusher, okay? And I'm just gonna go ahead and push back the cuticle. This is very important, guys, because if you have any cuticle on your nail plate, the gel will not stick to it, so you're gonna get lifting, all right? And then what you're gonna do, I'm gonna take my drill. You don't have to do this step if you don't have a drill. This is fully optional, okay? But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take my drill and I'm just going to clean up around my cuticle. You just wanna get rid of any dead skin, and you can see how much dead skin this drill is pulling up, right? Okay, so that's good. Then you're gonna take some type of brush. I like to use this one, and you're just gonna get rid of the dust. Okay? And then you can take some type of lint-free wipe. I like to use these. These are made by IBD, and they're meant specifically to clean your nails or get the residue from the gel off. So I just take that. It's not wet. And just, you want to get any of that dust off of your nail. Okay? Now I know my nail is really short, guys. I did kind of explain to you all that I was moving my setup and I broke all my nails down, but we're gonna fix that in this video, okay? So next up, you're gonna take your dehydrator. This is Gelish pH Bond, and this is just going to, you know, basically take all the natural oils out of your nails. You can also use alcohol. I like to scrub this into the nail to make sure it's really getting in, and you know, the gel will not stick to oils. So you want to make sure that you're using something to get rid of the natural oils. Next, I'm going to take my protein bond from Young Nails. Your primer acts kind of like a double-sided sticky tape and a glue. This is basically going to help the gel adhere to your natural nail. So you just want to put this all over the natural nail plate, just like, and you're going to let that fully dry before you start the next step. Okay, so here I have my nail form. And what I do is I peel it off. I leave a little middle piece. And what I do is I take it like this, and I just basically create a little C curve in the form to help it fit better to my nail. Okay. And then I'm going to open the form up right here. You can also do this with, you know, tips, guys. You don't have to use forms. This is just my preference, okay? So now, to get the form on your nail, you just kind of, I like to go down at a little angle and make sure to get it underneath my nail. You want to make sure that this line in the middle is in the middle of your nail. So I just like to get it under like this, and then I kind of push it up. All right, and then I push it up like that. And then you close the bottom, tighten it like so, close the top. And you don't want your form to be on an angle. You definitely want it to go straight out, okay? So as you can see, the line is in the middle and this form is on perfectly. So my next step is I take my gelish foundation. This is basically going to act like a base coat, but I use it to kind of start the sculpture of my nail. All right. That's like how I like to use it. So what I'm going to do is take some on my brush and I'm going to go up to the second line. See, you can see the lines are numbered. It's technically the third line, but it's the number 2. So I'm going to go right up to that line. I'm going to go out from the side walls, connect that. Okay, the other side wall, connect that. Fill this all in. Make sure to get a nice even coat on there. All right, and then I'm going to connect that with my nail plate. Now this gets cured for 20 seconds or so. So I'm going to put it in my light for 20 seconds. I forgot to show you guys my light. I will show it to you in 1 second, okay? I'm just going to cure this really quick. Okay, so I have cured that. This is the lamp that I use. It's by You Spicy, like I told you before. It is LED and UV. So you see it has the UV light at the top. The LED lights are all around the sides. This is the best lamp I've ever purchased. I love it. It was 50 bucks on Amazon, I believe. Amazing. I would highly recommend this lamp. I love it. So my nail has cured. And the next thing that I'm going to do is take my clear gel. And I'm basically just going to go over what I just did. Okay, with that base. I'm just basically going to go over that with this clear gel. We're just building the structure right now is all we're doing. So I'm going to take just a little bit of gel on my brush. It's not much. And I'm going to do the same thing. Start from my free edge. Go from one side. Bring that down. Okay, fill in this whole area is basically what you're doing right now. You're filling in this whole area. Paying attention to the guides, that's what they're there for. Okay, now once I do that, I'm gonna bring it down onto my nail plate. Okay. Make sure it's nice and even. Gel has a nice self-leveling. Gel has a nice self-leveling effect. So, what I like to do is after I'm happy, I just take my nail and flip it upside down, and it's gonna level out for me. Okay. So now I'm gonna go ahead and cure that in my lamp for 30 seconds, and I'll be right back. Okay, so that has been in my light for 30 seconds. Now what I like to do is take my pinching tool and I just place it on right there at the edges, and I like to pinch it. And that's just going to help my nail to get that natural C curve, okay? Just like this. I leave it on for maybe like 10 seconds, okay? And then, I don't know if you can see from here, but it has a nice C curve on it. Okay, if you look at the other nails, they have a nice C curve, and that's from pinching. So now we are going to move on to the actual natural color. So we're going to get this open. Okay, if you don't remember, this is what it looks like. closest color that I can make to my free edge, my natural free edge. So what I'm going to do is get my brush. Okay, I'm gonna pick up a little bit. Now this color is going only on the free edge. So it's kind of like what we did before, but before we would connect it to the nail plate. We're not doing that this time. We're literally keeping this color only at the free edge. Okay, you're just gonna do a thin layer right now. You want to do your gel in thin layers. If you try to do it in too thick of layers, not only will it not cure right for you, but it's gonna burn. You'll get what they call a heat spike. Usually you get heat spikes when you apply your gel in too thick of layers. So we're gonna do a couple of really thin layers. And that will also help to build up this color, because as you can see, the first layer of this is very transparent. It's really simple, guys, okay? Very simple. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna cure this in my lamp, and I'll be right back. 30 seconds. Okay, so that nail has cured. I'm gonna take my pinching tool one more time. This is the last time I'm gonna use this, and I'm gonna pinch one more time. 10 seconds. Okay, we're gonna do the next layer of our gel. Now you can see each time I'm not really picking up big beads. Okay, and you just want to really follow your own natural C curve. It's really not like rocket science, as you can see. You know, with the form and stuff, like I really, because my nail is so short, you really couldn't see my natural C curve, but the form really helped me get that. Bam. I'm gonna cure this. Be right back, and we're gonna do one more layer of this color, okay? So I'll be right back. Okay, so that layer is cured, and you can see the color starting to build up there. All right, so we're gonna do our last layer of this color. Then we're gonna put clear on top to kind of make everything come together. Okay, so let's just get this down, and you really do want to pay attention to like how thick you're putting it at the edges, and you know, keep in mind your apex, which is like gonna make your nail strong or not. So you just really don't want the ends to be too thick. You want your thickness more in this area, right? Okay guys, so I'm gonna flip my nail upside down for a second and let that just kind of come into place. All right, I'm gonna cure this and I'll be right back. All right guys, so that layer has cured. And now what we're gonna do is build up the shape of the nail with some clear. You can see there's kind of like a funny dip, and you want your nail shape to, you want your apex, your thickest point to be right here. So you want it to go thin at your cuticle and come up just like that, okay? See how they all are? So we need to get this nail to have that same shape, and I'm gonna show you how to do that. We're gonna take our clear gel and my same brush, and we're just going to get a layer of this gel onto the nail. I'm gonna put it down in the middle. I put it down in the middle, right at the free edge line, and then I'm gonna drag that up, a thin layer of that up, and then kind of bring it down into my cuticle. And I usually do 2 layers of the clear. So that's the first layer. And you can already see how much better that made the shape. So I'm gonna go ahead and cure this and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so that layer has cured. All right, and I'm gonna do the final layer which is just gonna kind of be a nice quick coat over the top. I don't need too much gel, but the gel I do put down is gonna be concentrated right in the apex, okay? So you're gonna put it down here just like you did the last layer, and then thinly bring it up to the top. You want to keep the bulk of it right here, okay? But then we're gonna float it down to the bottom in the cuticle area. Now I know these nails look really thick right now. I am not experienced enough to be able to actually create perfect nails with gel without having to file a lot. I'm just not there yet. I'm still a beginner, as I would assume the majority of you who are watching this video are. So it's okay if your nails come out thick like this, guys. You're gonna file them and you're gonna perfect them with the file. Alright? So don't worry if they're lumpy and bumpy. You can see how these nails look. They are like horrible. I would never leave my house like this, but these are not the end result. They're gonna get filed and they're gonna look much better. So you can see the shape that I have here, the basic shape, all right? That's what you're looking for. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna cure this and I'll be right back. Okay, so the last layer is cured, so I'm gonna go ahead and take my form off. What you do is you just peel off the sides and then you're gonna pinch it down here to release it from the gel. And pinch it in the front, and bam, now it's released, and you can just pull it right off. So this is what the nails look like so far. Alright, so the next step that you need to do is you need to get your lint-free wipe, which I have right here. I'm gonna spray that with my alcohol. When your nail comes out of the lamp, there's a tacky layer on it, so you just need to get that off with your wipe and your alcohol. And there you have it. So as of right now, your gel extension has been formed. Your gel extension is formed, and the reason why these ones are a little bit more yellow is because they were in the lamp for a little bit longer than this one. You know, but the more that it oxidizes and stuff, it's gonna get a little bit more yellow as well. Okay, but don't worry, we're gonna file that down. It's gonna look much better. But so the next step, the next thing that we need to do, guys, is file these and shape them, and that's what I'm gonna do next. So I'll be right back with the next step. Okay, guys, so I have went ahead and started to shape the other nails. I left this one to do on camera with you guys, but you can already see what a huge difference that has made. And I've only hand filed them. I have not gone in with my e-file. I have not used a buffer. This is literally just shaping them with my hand file. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how I did that part. Look at how much better they look. I'm telling you, you don't need to make the actual gel when you're doing the gel, when you're doing your extension. That part is important to get the structure of your nail, but the shaping and making them look good comes from your file. Okay? So, like, look at how bad that nail looks, you guys. And then look at them. Alright? So don't stress out too much when you're actually doing your extension. So I'm going to go ahead and hand file this nail. I'm going to speed through it so you don't have to hear the filing sound. All I'm really doing is filing both side walls, the front, or, you know, main free edge, and then I'm just taking some of the bulk off the top and just flattening that out. And then what I'm going to do, I'll you know, speak to you before I do that, but I'm going to go through with my e-file and just, you know, make them look a little bit better. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and start filing this nail now. Again, I have my ASP 180 grit file. I start with a 180 grit side, and then I move on to the 100 grit side, one right after another. Okay, so yeah, let's start this. Okay, so my basic file work as far as the hand file goes for now is done. So I'm going to take my brush and get all the dust off. Like that, and you can see what a difference that made already, and we're not even done. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is pull out my e-file. I'm going to get my, when you use an e-file, it creates a lot of dust, and I don't want to breathe that stuff in, nor do I want my dogs breathing that stuff in. So I actually have a duster, a dust collector. So I'm going to pull that out. You're going to see a big white thing right here. That's what that is. And then I'm going to show you what I do with my e-file. Okay, so what I'm going to start with is my cuticle bit. And I like to go just around the cuticle with this. It just kind of cleans up around the cuticle for me, any excess gel around there. So I'm going to go ahead and do that really quick. When I turn the fan on, it gets a little loud. So I'm not going to talk through this part. But that's all I'm doing is I have my cuticle clean bit from Todak USA, and I'm literally just going around the cuticles to clean up any excess gel, okay? Okay, so that part is done. So now I'm going to go ahead and take my smooth top fine grit drill bit. It looks like this. And what we're going to do is just literally clean this up. You don't want to take off too much excess product because they're pretty much already thin enough for me. So I'm just going to go in with this and just smooth out the tops really. Okay? Okay guys, so now you're just going to clean off all this dust. And I really did want to talk about these a little bit, guys. I do not recommend you picking up one of these for the very first time and just going to town on your nails. You need to kind of know what you're doing. They can be very dangerous, especially if you try using them on the natural nail plate. Even if you're using it with a sanding band and a Dremel like this, they can really damage your nails if you don't know what you're doing. I practiced a lot before I practiced a lot with one of these on my gel before I really went in with my carbide bits, because you can really hurt yourself. So that's what I would recommend doing if you're thinking about purchasing one of these. Go ahead, get you a Dremel with a sanding band and practice, practice, practice. Do not just go straight in with one of these. You will mess up your nails, okay? Which you never want to do. So now I'm going to take my file one more time, okay? And I am just going to go over this really quickly around the cuticle, because I did just kind of file that a little bit. And then once you're all satisfied, guys, we're almost done. We pretty much have like 2 more steps. So let's get the dust off. Okay, guys, so the second to last step is to take our buffer, okay? And what we're going to do is just buff the surface of the nail and all of the corners. And this is just going to smooth everything out and get your nail ready for top coat. Any like jagged edges, this is gonna fix. And like I said, it's literally just almost the final step. This is the final step before top coat. So this is getting your nails ready for the top coat. Okay guys, so buffing is all done. And what I'm gonna do now is go wash my hands to get rid of all of this dust. Then we're gonna top coat and we are done. Yes. They look so good already, guys. I will be right back. And there we have it. So they're all washed. All the dust is taken off. and you can see how nice they look. Now, you can stop here if you want to, but I would recommend that you go ahead and put some type of sealant on them. If you're like me and you use lots of acetone, the sealant will also prevent them from yellowing too much on your nail bed. It'll keep the natural nail color there. So I'm going to go ahead and put my sealant on. And as I showed you guys before, the one I use is IBD Intense Seal. You're going to put a very thin layer of this, cure it, and then you're done. So let's go ahead and get this on. Make sure to avoid your cuticle at all costs, or else you'll get lifting. Pop that in the lamp for 30 seconds, and then I'll be right back. Okay, my love, so we are all done. Now, I don't know about you, but these look awesome. Look at them. Now, the very last thing, which is optional but highly recommended, is to take some type of cuticle oil. After all of that alcohol and filing and everything to your cuticles, they need some extra love right now. So I'm going to go ahead and put some on mine. If you don't have any, it's okay. You could even just use olive oil. I'm using Simply Pure. I also have a video on my channel teaching you how to make your own cuticle oil, if you want to go check that out. So you just want to really, really rub those in. Rub that oil into the cuticle to help bring some life back to them. And that is it, guys. We are all done. Look at how beautiful they look. And they really are not that hard. I'm a beginner just like you. And if I'm able to do them, then so are you. But yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something from it. I love you guys so much. I'm definitely going to be posting up plenty more gel tutorials, acrylic tutorials. I think the next one that I'm going to do is a natural stiletto. And I'm going to go ahead and get working on this hand. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, go ahead and leave them below. I would love to help you guys out with anything. And go ahead and don't forget to subscribe, like this video if you enjoyed it, and I love you guys. Bye.
Chase me, pull me up like the northern lights. Can you hold me down for one night like I got 3 strikes?